Sabrina Carpenter speaks out, her unfiltered SNL experience, lights, camera, live TV. One of pop music's fastest rising stars walked into the iconic studio of Saturday Night Live, both host and musical guest, and turned one of TV's most legendary stages into a raw, revealing moment. This is the story of how Sabrina Carpenter didn't just perform on SNL. She laid bare her voice, her image, her fears, and her power. From the monologue that cracked open assumptions, to sketches that asked more questions than they answered, to musical performances that refused to be polished, her night on SNL became a statement. What happened behind the scenes? How did she prepare? What did it feel like when the world watched? And what she really took away from it? Stay with us as we dive into the full, unfiltered SNL experience of Sabrina Carpenter. The rising star steps into Studio 8H. Sabrina Carpenter's career has already been many things: actress, songwriter, pop performer, provocateur. Yet on October 18, 2025, she entered Studio 8H in New York, not just as a musical guest, but as the host of SNL, the kind of milestone many performers only dream of. For the viewer, it may have looked like a fun evening of sketches and song, but for Sabrina, the night was a furnace of creative pressure, personal statement, and theatrical risk. She needed to bring more than hits. She needed presence, authenticity, and nerves of steel. In her monologue, she addressed her public image, the provocative cover art of her album Man's Best Friend, the sexualized commentary, the assumptions. She turned them into jokes, as weapons and shields both. She told the audience, "I'm not just this horndog pop star people think I am." And with that simple line, she signaled, this night isn't just about music, it's about identity. As she stood under the blinding lights, the cameras rolling live, she was more than a performer. She was a storyteller, rewriting her own narrative, navigating the cold open and sketch terrain. SNL is not just a show, it's a live beast. Cold open, monologues, sketches, music, wrapping up, all in one relentless flow. For Sabrina, the cold open was the first test. She appeared in the recurring Domingo sketch alongside cast members, jumping into the chaos of the show's world before she'd even warmed up. From there, she moved into several varied sketches: a podcast host preteen, a late-night shopping network parody, a girl boss seminar gone wrong. Each offered her different comedic muscles to show. In the Shop TV pillow sketch, she played a quirky crafter selling an absurd neck pillow product, a bizarre, vivid image that tested her willingness to lean into oddity. In the Girl Boss Seminar, she performed physical comedy, sustained awkwardness, and full dance-through moments. A reminder that being host means acting more than performing. Through all of this, Sabrina had to balance two roles: the pop star the audience knows, and the comedic actor SNL demands. It's a tricky dance, staying true to your art while also letting the show's format shape you. And she let herself be shaped. The monologue, identity on stage. The monologue of an SNL host is the moment of truth. It has to land, it has to define, it has to reveal. Sabrina's monologue did all three. She addressed her image, responded to critics, and cracked jokes, but also exposed her vulnerability. She joked about her album cover and how cropping made it look more provocative than she intended. She poked at the horndog pop star persona assigned to her. In doing so, she reclaimed the narrative. The monologue didn't just entertain, it challenged. It showed that she knows the commentary, she sees the judgment, and she's ready to talk back, live. For her, this was more than introduction, it was declaration. This is who I am, but more importantly, this is who I choose to be. Musical performances, power, vulnerability, and risk. As musical guest and host, Sabrina performed two songs, her smash hit Manchild and the powerful track Nobody's Son. In Manchild, she danced, sang, and embraced a youthful energy that challenged expectations of her stage presence. In Nobody's Son, she dug deeper, lyrics about heartbreak, self-worth, and emotional aftermath. The performance wasn't just polished pop, it had edge, honesty, and grit. But beyond the songs were moments of risk. The live broadcast of SNL means no retakes. One slip, one gesture misread, and it's out there forever. Sabrina knew that. When she delivered her performances, she wasn't just promoting an album. She was rewriting her image, pop star plus artist, and she invited the audience to see both. Behind the scenes, pressure, preparation, and personal stakes. What viewers don't see is the hours of rehearsal, the nerves, the mental preparation. For Sabrina, this SNL night carried heightened stakes. A major platform, a dual role, and plenty of critics watching. She needed to rehearse sketches, memorize lines, perfect timing, coordinate music, and above all, arrive authentic. During the lead-up, she reportedly said she needed a lot of espresso to get through the week in Studio 8H. Why so much pressure? Because because live TV doesn't forgive. And because for Sabrina, this moment was more than sleepwalking through a promo. It was a defining career moment. Her legacy, her image, her next chapter, all of it hinged on how she showed up. And she showed up. She walked into that studio not just with polished performance, but with purpose. The image, the criticism, and the reclamation. Sabrina Carpenter has lived her career under constant image commentary, provocative artwork, sexual themes, media judgments. The SNL monologue and performance became her chance to reclaim that narrative. After the show aired, critics wrote about how some sketches fell flat or how the monologue didn't totally land. But there was a deeper thread. This wasn't about perfection. It was about ownership. In her monologue, she joked about being turned on and sexually charged, a line that raised eyebrows, but also sparked conversation. In defending her cover art, she said the image was cropped and misunderstood. She made light of it, yes, but also exposed how much control, or lack thereof, artists may have over their image. The point: Sabrina used SNL not just to perform, but to say, I see the discussion. I'm in it, and I'm not backing away. The live moment and the aftermath. October 18th, 2025 turned into more than a broadcast. It became a cultural moment for Sabrina Carpenter. Live sketches, live music, live mic, and live reaction. In the hours and days that followed, social media lit up. Fans celebrated, critics debated. Some called it a triumph, others pointed to missteps. One article noted, whether it is people woefully misunderstanding her album artwork, she's always under a microscope. Another reported that, while the monologue started slow, Sabrina's timing and range put the episode over the top. But behind the commentary lies the core truth. Live television doesn't wait for you to be ready. It expects you to be ready in a moment, and Sabrina was. After the show, she walked out into a space of fresh possibilities, a performer who had shown not just talent, but depth, risk, and authenticity. What it means for her career and culture. So what does this night mean for Sabrina Carpenter and for pop culture more broadly? For Sabrina, the show solidifies her transition from rising pop star to multifaceted performer. Acting, comedy, live music, all wrapped in one night. It sends a message. I am more than my hits. I am more than my image. I am an artist with voice. For the culture, her SNL appearance challenged how pop stars are framed in live formats. She blended persona and realness. She pushed back at expectations. In a world where performers are often boxed, Sabrina stepped outside the box on one of television's biggest live stages. And in doing so, she invited us to look differently. Lessons from the night. What can we learn from Sabrina Carpenter's SNL night? 1. Live is brave. When you commit to live TV, you commit to vulnerability. 2. Image is not destiny, it's dialogue. Sabrina didn't just perform her image, she responded to it. 3. Multiplicity matters. Hosts, musical guest, actress, artist. She wore many hats. 4. Risk invites reward. Not every sketch landed, not every joke soared, but the attempt matters. 5. The moment becomes more than a moment. This night will be a pivot point in her career, a reference point for who she is from here on out. From the moment the curtain rose in Studio 8H to the live broadcast that reached millions, Sabrina Carpenter's SNL appearance wasn't just a performance, it was a statement. She walked into that stage not simply as a pop star, but as a creator rewriting her own narrative, and the audience watched. She reminded us, authenticity doesn't mean flawless. It means showing up. It means owning your story. It means saying, this is me. Unfiltered, unedited, alive. If you enjoyed this deep dive into her SNL experience, please like, comment, and subscribe for more stories behind the big moments in pop culture. Because behind each performance, there's a story. And Sabrina's night on SNL just gave us a story worth remembering.